Okay, so what's your name?
Jen.
Jen.
Hi.
Okay. So, all right, Jen, my first question to everybody here is, we keep hearing on the mainstream media that all Trump supporters are xenophobic racists. Would you like to tell everyone that your feelings about that?
I love everyone as long as they're kind and decent. You know, don't be an asshole unless the other person's an asshole, I guess. I don't know. It's ridiculous. If they say it enough, people start to believe it, and that's how they labeled all the right.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
So what about Trump do you support that it's just policy based?
I support securing our borders. I support securing our elections. I support getting rid of corruption.
That's pretty simple as that. None of that has to do with xenophobia or racism or anything like that. So did you watch any of those Democrat debates the past 2 nights?
I did not. We don't do cable. So I followed some live tweet updates.
Okay. So what do you think about how far the left has gone? The Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren have pretty much taken over the Democrat Party, the AOCs. What is your view on this far communist type left?
Well, it's not America. I don't think we're not going to go for it. I mean, it's pandering to illegals that can't vote. Yeah. Supposedly.
So in the last debate, they asked who would support giving full-on health care, full benefits to illegal immigrants, and every single person on the stage raised their hand. What do you think about that?
I think they're failing. It's not going to go anywhere. I mean, they're just...
So they would want you to pay for all the benefits and health care for other people. Have you seen what's happening maybe on the streets in San Francisco and Los Angeles, the homeless epidemic? Do you think maybe that if we're going to spend that kind of tax money, it should be on people who are here already?
Of course. We have plenty of needs.
She's like, of course, this isn't a question. Like, why are you asking these questions?
I love what Bill Pulte's doing, and Scott Pressler. They're going down to Baltimore. They're helping that stuff, and Trump's just shining a light on the places that need to be exposed. And the fact that Scott and Bill, and all these people are going down to help. It's about Americans. Exactly. It's Americans helping Americans, and it's nothing more than that. And that's all we want. Yeah. That's all. We just want everyone to be nice and let's just take care of our own.
Exactly. So what do you think's gotten into the mind of the left to make them so crazy? Like, for instance, I don't wear my Trump hat very many places because I feel like it's dangerous. Because the left has riled them up, but they say that they like to paint the Trump supporters as the dangerous ones, the white supremacists and things like that.
Right. It's ridiculous that we can't support our president. I was going to wear the MAGA hat on 4th of July, and I ended up not doing it because I don't want it to cause, I don't want people, it's just ridiculous.
You don't want to be milkshake. You don't want to be afraid to walk down the street.
Yeah, why can't we support our president? And no other presidents have had that issue where you can't openly support them. Yeah. And it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Nobody really can put their finger on what's going on, but I think that they're losing power and they're throwing every dart at the dartboard. And so they're like, well, we haven't done communism yet. Let's try that.
It's absurd. It's not going to happen.
Jen. We're live here on YouTube with
Ben Vandenberg.
Ben Vandenberg. All right. So are you college, high school?
I'm a senior in high school.
Okay. And you're at the Trump rally. What do your friends think about you supporting Trump?
Most of my friends are conservative, support me, and I'm excited. I wish I could have some more come, but they weren't able to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you noticed a difference since you're in high school between like college kids? Because I've noticed that a lot of high schoolers, the generation, what do they call themselves, Z or something, are more conservative than the millennials. What do you guys think of the millennials and the safe spaces and the snowflakes?
I think that a lot of money, especially economically, they're not as smart. For me, as seeing the college debt and stuff rise, and that bubble's gonna burst someday, that's something I want to avoid. So by going to more of a local college, saving on room and board, and then so I'm able to go out into the real world, get my job, and then pay the rest of my college off.
So you wouldn't rather just vote for Bernie and get free college? You might want to just pay for it yourself. Why wouldn't you want free college?
Because the taxpayers are going to pay for it, and I don't want to be paying for college when I'm 80.
You mean it's not free?
No, nothing is free.
Somebody's going to pay for it. So what you're saying is that when you're 40 or 50 and you're making good money, you don't want to be paying for everybody else's college, especially because prices are skyrocketing. The price of college is definitely skyrocketing.
Yeah, that's something I don't want to be doing, and I'm 40 or 50. Hopefully, have mine paid off by then, and I'll be able to support my kids as they go into college.
So what are some of your favorite policies that Trump has?
I think his immigration policy is really good. It basically puts a filter between legal and illegal immigration.
Right.
With illegal immigration, obviously there's a lot of crime and drugs and stuff that comes over our border and threatens American citizens. And it's almost like an insult to people who have come here legally.
Right.
And through that process, they've had to wait 5 to 10 years with grabbing green cards and becoming citizens. So I think it basically puts a filter on putting emphasis on coming here legally.
So you're not a racist. You're anti-crime, anti-drugs, anti-sex and child trafficking.
Yes. Yep. Definitely. Ilhan Omar. That's a pretty easy question to answer. I mean, with her in Antifa, she's pro Antifa. So.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, just so you know, it's a very easy question to answer too.
So that's my next question. Since where are you getting your news from? Because the mainstream media is not very favorable to Trump. So how do you know about Ilhan Omar? How do you know about these border policies?
I know about it through Instagram channels or pages, as well as Fox News, and the disgrace that she is in Congress to us.
And she is a disgrace,
Yeah.
and there's a possibility that she may have come here by nefarious means.
Yes, going and marrying her brother.
Right.
That's a little ridiculous and disgusting.
So I love your fisherman mega hat here.
Yeah.
How confident are you walking out in the street with that hat on?
There are times when I'm a little nervous, but if somebody's gonna do something, I always just try to be polite to them and represent what people, Trump supporters, should represent.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Ben. I'll give you a card to our YouTube channel and you can find yourself.
Thank you.
All right, hey guys, we are live at the Trump rally in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we have some beautiful deplorables here who have agreed to be interviewed. So this is my sister, Leah. My name is Michelle. We have a channel, The Resistance Chicks.
We have Steve,
Ashley.
Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie. Somebody doesn't want to
Anna.
Cody.
Chris.
All right, so out of all of the people that are here, we're seeing people from all ages. The misnomer is that it's all a bunch of old fogies that support Trump. And I want to know what you guys think about the millennials and what the opinion is amongst young people today.
I think millennials are definitely coming around, but it's funny that Generation Z is actually coming harder than the millennials. The younger kids get it because they have so much information and they can research everything. They don't need to listen to anybody.
Yeah.
They can go, they research, they understand everything. So the future's looking bright, and we're just trying to help our generation understand it more. And I think when they get older, they will. So we're just kind of waiting.
Yeah.
And by the end of 6 years, they should definitely see that this works, and the other thing doesn't. And it's really common sense at the end of the day. They make it complicated, and they want to make it like, oh, there's so many companies, and there's this and that. It's really simple. It's business. It's just like how a coffee shop would run. Everything runs very simply. It's not as complicated as they want it. If it's complicated, they're doing something that's probably illegal or trying to trick somebody into getting them money.
I like that. I like that a lot. So speaking of the 6 years, what do you think is going to happen? You sound pretty optimistic. What do you think is going to happen after Trump's second term, which we all know he's going to get elected for? What's going to happen after that? Are we going to go Democrat, or are we going to stick pushing the Trump train?
I could see us going Democrat, honestly, but I don't think this movement is ever, I think Trump has started something that's never actually gonna end, because the thing is, he has forced the current leadership in the Democratic Party to show their true colors, which is just absolutely insane radicalism on so many issues. There's no moderate people anymore in the leadership of the Democratic Party. It's just like people that are insanely like they want abortion through all 9 months of pregnancy. They want completely open, but completely open borders. Like, they're not moderate at all, and Trump has completely made it so that America can see their true colors, and that movement is never, I think, gonna end. Even if they do get elected, I think it's
So, but surely all of you are racist.
No.
But Joe Scarborough on MSNBC and all of his panels say that if you support Trump, then surely you are a racist. What do you say to that?
I said that's just not
the only argument they have. And it's fake, but they can't actually have a logical argument against Trump because everything's working.
How do you prove you're not racist? I mean, I have
a lot of friends that are of every single nationality, Black, Mexican, Middle East. I've been around the world. I love all people, and I am not racist in any drop of my soul. I don't think anyone, none of my friends are either. I don't know anyone who is, honestly, except for like my grandpa, but he's just really old. He's just really old.
No, I get it. So what makes you guys support Trump?
He's pro-life, and I'm pro-life, and you pretty much have to vote for Trump if you're pro-life because I don't believe in murdering already born babies.
There you go. What about you? What drew you to Trump?
Supporting capitalism.
Okay.
Also, he has big hands. I really like that. You know.
I think that's why everybody voted.
They're huge. They're huge. Go ahead.
All right, so when you go out amongst people of your age, do you find it okay to wear your MAGA hat? Are you embarrassed? Are you emboldened?
Only around.
I'm in the closet, but I guess now I'm not in the closet. But I'm afraid what my liberal friends would think of me. I mean, if they're true friends, they'll stay my friend, but I wouldn't even want to ask that question. So I don't tell anybody except this small group of people. We can all be Republicans together, and that's it.
Okay, but I thought that the left was completely inclusive, and so no matter what you thought or whatever your belief was, they had to include you, no?
No, I don't feel that way at all. Like, I know people who say, if you're a Republican, delete me as a friend and don't talk to me again, and don't even care about how we're friends. It doesn't matter now. It's so polarized. It just drives me nuts because I have so many liberal friends that would probably die if they knew that I was conservative and never talk to me again.
So that's a good question. That begs the question, what do we do to combat that narrative? That narrative that you're not a racist and you're not a racist, and you don't believe that Trump's a racist. How do you get that message out, especially with all the censorship?
I think it's impossible with the media because they believe everything the media says. So there's nothing we can really do until people start to believe it's fake news. We can try as hard as we want, but to be honest, like I've talked to a lot of liberals. I have friends in California. I'm a musician, so it's littered with liberals. They just don't listen. I mean, you can say facts, literal facts, and they'll just like shake their head. They can't take it. They can't handle it. So
I think you're right on that point, but I think if you start the conversation with politics, I agree it's going nowhere. But I found that like in situations where I haven't really brought it up with the person, and they get to know me and they see that I'm a normal person, and then later on it comes out that I'm a Trump supporter, they're like, wait, but you're, and then that's the only time where I've seen it kind of like, okay, maybe we have somewhere. It's because I feel like if you bring it up, they feel like they have to fall in lockstep with like a certain viewpoint, and they can't even consider what you're saying.
Yeah. Do you find that, are you able to be a Trump supporter in public?
It depends. I think some people are so far, they don't even want to listen once you say you're a Trump supporter to you at all. But if you approach them not starting out with Trump, but starting out talking about certain issues, you find out that you agree a lot. And then maybe they find out later you start talking about Trump specifically, and then it's easier because they are like, oh, you already agree with me on all these issues, so we can be friends. So that helps. I think that there are a lot of liberals that are searching for the truth. I don't want to like just sound like we're bashing all the Democrats. Exactly. I have a lot of friends at work that I think they're very entrenched in the liberal movement, but they seem like they're really searching for the truth. And I think that's encouraging. Yeah. And as long as they keep searching and we all keep searching, we'll get there. I mean,
yeah, I love that.
All right, so before our camera gets overheated, we're going to sign off. But thank you all for giving us your very insightful knowledge and opinions, and I hope that you guys will all be able to come out of the closet soon.
I knocked on doors most weekends during the campaign, so I'm used to it.
Good for you. All right, thank you guys.
Wouldn't it be nice if Trump supporters coming out of the closet? Exactly. All right.
All right, thanks guys. All right, bye guys.